Well, this week, Maori TV's new CEO, Paora Maxwell, was confirmed in the top job after a contentious and lengthy selection process. To get the job, he had to face down a staff mutiny, a boardroom resignation, accusations of cronyism and swirling political questions around his suitability.
Displayed in waiting for our announcement.
Once the staff know me and don't listen to rumour and gossip, then they will come to trust me as well to be a good CEO.
He takes up the new position in May and joins us now from our Rotorua studio. Morena, Paora Maxwell, lovely to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Kia ora, Miriama. Kia ora.
I want to say first of all, congratulations on the role, and it's been a really hard and long road to get there. I know you want to address some allegations, some accusations, some of the problems. We heard you just say then that you feel that when the staff get to know you, that they'll come to trust you. But we know that up to 2/3 of those staff signed a petition basically declaring no confidence. How are you going to get their trust?
Well, the first thing, Miriama, is that the appointment of a CEO isn't an election process, and it's neither is it a popularity contest. So, I'm intent on just moving on.
It is one of confidence, though, isn't it? How do you gain their confidence?
Well, just by being genuine and ably leading Maori television in a confident and positive future.
Let's talk about, I know one of the things that you're keen to address is that your appointment came about as the result of a friendship that you have with Georgina Te Hiuhiu. So, I mean, does that have any weight at all?
Well, no, not at all. I have to say that the process that the board went through was very clear, it was transparent and it was robust. From my point of view, it was the most trying interview process in history. In the end, I had 5 interviews. I had 4 verbal referees and 1 written referee. I had psychometric testing. All of the appropriate pre-employment checks were done and all cleared. So, the board went through a very robust process. The other thing about this is that, of course, in the Maori world it's small, and we're all going to know people in the Maori world. I've known Georgina for over 30 years. We sit on the same waka, but we've never sat on any boards together or any business interests together. So I think the accusations really are about people using this as a political football.
TVNZ CEO offered to provide an explanation for your departure from TVNZ. The board didn't want to know about it. What did happen with your employment here?
It amazes me, Miriama, that you say that the TVNZ CEO offered to do that, but does anybody have any evidence of that? I'm just amazed at what is purported to be, rumour. It's really just rumour and gossip.
Are you saying it's not true?
I just think it's rumour and gossip masquerading as news, and that's what I honestly feel. There was absolutely no evidence that TVNZ CEO volunteered to do that. The other thing I just wanted to say, Miriama, if I could just take 5 seconds to read something from a reference that was given to me by my boss at TVNZ, Ross Dagan. He said, Paora is a passionate advocate of his department. He has led the development and implementation of TVNZ's comprehensive Māori content strategy. He has been a powerful voice for Māori and Pacific content across the business. His leadership of the Māori and Pacific programs team has been characterised by a period of renewal and reinvention that has produced positive program outcomes both on screen and online. Now that's just part of a reference that Ross Dagan, who was the head of news and current affairs at TVNZ when I left, wrote for me. So does that sound like, there's a big dark cloud over my departure?
Well, there certainly was speculation that you were manager.
There was speculation, but again, it's rumour and gossip masquerading as news.
All right, let's move on. There's concern that you intend to rein in your news and current affairs department. Let me ask you, how important is a story like the Kohanga Reo Trust investigation to Māori TV?
Oh, it's vitally important, and I have no intention of reining anyone in, and particularly news and current affairs.
Is that an investigation that you would be proud of as CEO?
yes, I think that some of the things that have come to light needed to be said. However, I would say that like any news and current affairs show, it's very important to get the facts right from the start, from the beginning. And I think it's very important to be fair and balanced. And I would just encourage all people, and particularly all of the teams at Maori TV, you know, just to keep that in mind.
Okay.
I think the other issue, Miriama, for me is just, you know, Te Kohanga Reo is an incredible institution, and it's a Māori institution, and I have some, you know, we need to show the appropriate respect to the institution. That doesn't mean to say that we can't ask hard questions.
I want to ask you one very brief last question. I know that you've come from a ratings environment. Are ratings important to Māori TV? How do you see that fitting into, are you looking for critical or commercial success at Māori TV?
Well, we're looking for both. We have a very clear statutory mandate. You know, we need to, one of our most important objectives is to significantly contribute to the revitalisation.
I do have to hurry you along here because we do have to wrap. So, commercial, critical, what's more important?
I'm just explaining to you that the cultural parameter is very important, the revitalisation of Te Reo Māori. But the other mandate that we have is around reaching an accessible audience with relevant programs. So it's a balancing act, Miriama, and I know that from my 5 years experience at TVNZ, it was always a balancing act. But I think I managed to achieve that at TVNZ, and I'm very proud of it.
Lovely to speak with you this morning. That's Paora Maxwell. Thanks.
Kia ora.